Hi John, how are you? Very low. Nights are slow. Not massively slow, but slow. So still operation, we need to find a saw. Anything else we have, I think, to start this off? Yeah. Just looking for a saw now. Water. That's safe to drink. I think so is the answer. Piece of rope, maybe? Yes, we have a code lock and we have nails. We have a sharpening stone, we just need a saw. But a chilled stream tonight, guys. Just need the sun to come up. It'll soon be here. 24 times. As I said, it's a low tip. The server's not massively busy, but I just want something chilled tonight rather than something full on. I've had a long day, and I've got a longer day tomorrow and a longer day Thursday and Friday. This is my chill out server. Sort of quite close to vanilla. Move the RV. When the sun comes up, we'll probably... That's going to be no good. We might search this area for a saw. It's not going to be particularly amazing, though. Could do a better industrial, really. So maybe we'll go back into Solnichi. We'll search this area first. Sun should be up soon. And then we shall continue. Hope you're okay out there, everybody. Coming up. Currently, we're playing this solo, though Chuckles might join us at some point. It will despawn, John. The only reward you get is the reward from handing in the mission. And as I've stated in the FAQs, anything that spawns in apart from the reward will despawn. Yeah. So anything that's inside the car you'll lose at the end of the mission. It just spawns in the car for the mission itself. Like if you get to the end of the mission and the prize is in a sea chest, and you take the sea chest home, the sea chest will despawn with everything that's inside it. So you need to not do that. But the prize will be worth it. You know, survivor missions hand out really good prizes. You know that. I know that. Sun must be coming up soon, game. Come on. Waiting for the sun to come up, guys, enough to be able to move safely into areas. There we go. All we need is a saw, and then we're on track. Oh. Nah. Law hunt continues. So I hope everyone's okay out there. 1.28 has dropped. Some servers have updated, some are having major problems as it's causing issues with a lot of the back-end files. I'm sure there'll be problems on GoblinZ with it. But it's not in, that's not BI's fault. They've built an update and modders then have to do their own thing. Their update works for vanilla, and that's all that actually matters. Do I want wire? I'll take it because it's food. As in, you can catch rabbits with it. area to search for loot, is it? Nice little hacksaw is all we need, guys. And everything's on track. I don't know, John, whether it's not going to be needed yet. Remember, if people get in and start telling me they've got problems with their bases, we might end up with a wipe. Yeah? I put that message out. 2 people have been on the server so far. We've got 10 bases on there. Yeah? Until I get reports back from everybody, I won't know what the score is. Yeah? So I can't guarantee anything. Also, let's be honest, a mod could come out tomorrow. I'm at work all day. I then come home in the evening, run the update, and that could break the server. And I have no way of controlling that, unfortunately. Yeah, your base. But everyone's got a different set of criteria. Do you know what I mean? You know, you've got certain containers that might work. Someone else might have a container that doesn't work and they've lost all their weapons. And they might say, right, I'd like to start again. Yeah? Because I have no way of tracking it. Because I can't, without wiping, I can't guarantee anything. Which is why, if it comes down to it, it'll come down to a vote. And I hope that all players would vote in the best interest of the server, if it had to come to a vote. Yeah, no, yeah. Me being player, not server owner. Yeah. And that's the thing. So there's other people in there. Hi, Restless. We're looking for a saw, mate. Like, desperately, we need a saw. So we can get a base built. Like, fucking really need a saw. So if you can magically make a saw appear in front of me, please do. Yeah, so John, it should be okay. But I'm not saying it is okay. Ask me again in a few days' time. You know, if we've not if everything's sort of gone all right by the weekend, then we won't need a wipe, probably. But you know, what else could happen? So we've had updates to certain mods, but say one of the mods we've got, say that does an update, and that conflicts with a different mod. Now it's had the update to comply with 1.28. Suddenly, that other mod would have to come off the server. And that might be groundbreaking. That could be a storage mod. Yeah. And suddenly, everyone loses their storage. I have no way of knowing how this will play out. I wish I did. I really do. It's the downside of running a server. It's really difficult because everyone thinks that updates are going to just be easy. BI have said this doesn't need a wipe. Yeah. Do you play a proper vanilla server? Well, no. What control do BI have over modded servers? Well, none. Okay. And look at the big players out there. 1.28 dropped, and most of the big players have been down. All beds are broken. It looks like all beds are broken in 1.28. So all sleeping bag spawns and bed spawns, it looks like they're all broken. So all those servers that have sleeping bag spawns and bed spawns are having to rewrite their mods, or wait for the mods to be rewritten. It's a bit of a nightmare. Which is why so many of the big servers are down, and why I think they'll all wipe Friday. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I'm not overly now invested in any server. I'm just running on a basic US, pretty empty server. Yeah, but that's one mod. Yeah. We're running a lot of mods that do strange shit. And every update, mods get broken. And the big problem with mods is not that they get broken, is... So, give you an example. The bear mod that we run that enhances the bears, that's not had an update in 5 years? The person that wrote that mod no longer supports it. Can't even contact them. So if that breaks, we lose that mod. Gone. Gone forever. Yeah? I have no way of knowing whether that will break or not. Or worse, it breaks another mod thanks to 1.28. And then you've got to try and work out which mod is broken. I was really hoping the wipe would have been last week when I was off, because I would have stood a better chance of fixing anything. Whereas this week, tomorrow, I'm like 7:30 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night working. Thursday, I'm doing a long day, and Friday I'm doing a long day. I don't have the time to work on the server. Friday night I'm in an event. So it's really difficult. You know, Saturday, Sunday, I'd rather not spend the whole of Saturday and Sunday fixing GoblinZ. Yeah. Oh. What are we on? 659 now. I'd really like to be pushing 700 by August. And I don't get that by sat down working on coding. Or trying to reprogram shit. Because I realise that when I take 2 weeks off in August, a week of that I won't be streaming. I'll be trying to build you guys a server. Also, because we've realistically left Eternity, because it was shit at the end. That felt deeper than it should do. I'm trying to find a new server that Chuckles and I can play. That I can run solo during the busy times. Because obviously we're on different time zones. Fucking so much metal. Not a single fucking saw. We also need water. Okay, John. Exactly. I'm loving this build to the grass for Chernarus. It's so nicely done. We'll eat that just because I know it will hurt. It will hurt our. So we can get Thor in there. Ooh. Dreamer loot there. Thor searching is so fucking time consuming. Welcome back, John. Since you were last here, we've got a second box of nails off a zombie. And now we're still searching for a saw. Fucking generator. Nobody needs that shit in their lives. I'm not allowed to play GoblinZ though, am I? That's the trouble. Because I enjoy raiding. And I know where you all live. And I know how many doors you have. And I know how many code locks you have and what storage you have. So I can't play my own server. Yeah, it's just it's not fair on you guys for me to do that. When it first goes live, I'll always play for a couple of not wipes, but just a little bit of time, just to show off the server a little bit, and also build myself an admin base. But once that's done, then I walk away. If only. I'm a member of the FBI? Nah. That's a problem now, isn't it? That's less so. 15. What's the one I've got? Worn. Now, if we get our saw and get done what we want to get done, we'll come back for that. The reason I didn't throw away the pump was because I don't have any ammo for the M4 yet. I agree. I just wanted water first. It's worth a try, isn't it? Feels very vanilla, this server. I like it. Hate leaving behind a 527. Yeah, I'm going to push up the valley. I'm not having a lot of luck here. Yeah, I like the 527. It's a shit rifle for PvP on the servers I normally play, but on the more vanilla world like this, it's a good weapon. That's massively needed now with 1.28, because all scopes can spawn in fucked now, and you need to repair them with repair kits. A lot more fucked than they used to be. An awful lot more fucked. But as long as things settle down on 1.28 and our server, once we get through another couple of weeks and mods have settled down and they're not being updated, then I can start working on the August wipe. I'm not willing to do anything until things settle down though, because August ain't that long away, let's be honest. We're June now. We're only 2 months away from August, and 2 months and 1 week from wipe, roughly. 2 code locks, 2 boxes of nails, no saw. I've got so many things planned for the next wipe and then building on from it. So it might not be the next wipe, it might be November wipe that you get in the next stage, but the beginning of it. What I've got planned for next year is out of this world, if I can make it work. But because we'll be running 2 servers at the same time, the server you guys play, and then I'll have a whole month of the other server when I'm off on leave, building it, without having to take down Goblin. PPK. Fuck it off. 380. Yeah. But I can't guarantee any of the mods until I start building it. I've got a vision of what I want. Getting that to work, I won't know till December when I start the build. I mean, we'll keep in a lot of the stuff we do. Hi, Drum. So we will keep in trash searching. We'll keep in chicken coops. Because I quite like that. When I did a test run on here, this is where I committed suicide. I had a saw then. Run, we're saw hunting. We've got everything we need to get a base built. Apart from a saw. Even got a fucking foul. I know you guys think of it as an LAR, but it's a foul. Rum, what are you off to do hiking wise? What sort of distances? Whereabouts in the world? What sort of heights? It's a long time since I've done any real hiking, but I've hiked Canadian Rockies. I've hiked the Alps, sort of the Pyrenees, and a lot of UK. But when I was a lot younger. Yeah, I sort of have the space for it if I throw away some shit. But whereas this server might be, it's a US server I'm playing. So at the moment it's 10 people on 9 people that want to kill me. It goes up to about 25. The server's a maximum of 50. And unlimited team sizes. So me playing as a solo is dangerous on here. But it is quite vanilla. So me wandering around with plate carrier and foul is quite good. That's amazing. I did it. So in the UK, there's a bit of I live next to 2 wild spaces. You would think of them as from the States, but we would call them sort of moorland, Dartmoor and Exmoor. And a few years ago, I did a night hike for charity over Exmoor. I actually have in my will that when I die, I want to be cremated and have my ashes spread over North Dartmoor, which is a national park for us. Oh, God. I used to love hiking. I don't have the physique for it anymore. But one of my mates who's got a dog who's just moved, we're arranging to go on a 15-mile Saturday hike with the dog sometime over summer. There's a big reservoir that, well, not big in American terms, big in British terms, that I can drive up to, and then we can walk right round the outside of it with the dog. It's about, depending on the route we take, it's between 12 and 15 miles. No, I've been that off, mate. I need the space more than I need that. If I find a saw, I'm going to have to throw away more stuff. And I don't have a Colt with me. I'm still staying with the shotgun. But I've got a scope on this. Come on, give me a saw game. I think this is probably Grum's first GoblinZ, is it? Or maybe you played a little bit of the last one. I'm sure they'll grow on you all, though. I think it's not for everyone. 100%. And I know you love it, John. And others enjoy it, but it isn't for everyone. You know, the people that play the high-tier PvPs would hate it. And rightly so. It's an acquired taste. Because it's not hard survival. It's challenging survival. You know, if you want hardcore survival, you go and play Intense. We need to set an RV for another area where we can potentially get a saw out of it. We need industrial, we need lots of... Mr. Wentworth, that's hunting cabins. That farm might work en route. That's not amazing, but it's worth a search, I suppose. Yeah, it's everything that you want in DayZ. It's not everything that, say, I want. I don't make a server that I would play. But there's no point making a server that's an identical copy of everyone else's servers. Because there's people with a lot more assets than me, and a lot more staff team, and a lot more money that are building the best servers in the world. I don't have any of those things. I'm solo. What I build, I have to support myself. We have Restless. That's my media officer. I'm very, very good at it. but I don't have any extra admins on the server. And at the moment, thankfully, we don't need them. Next year, we might become a lot more popular because we'll be able to have more numbers. In which case, I might have to start paying an admin, which is unfortunate. I haven't been able to get on today, but I started my 7th life the other night. It's going well so far. The loot wasn't there. Getting the Spartan treatment on this life. Yeah. Hi, Chuckles, mate. I've got 3 code locks, 2 boxes of nails, but I can't find a saw. Okay, Chuckles. That's all right, mate. It's true. I think you're excellent at it. I think what you do is amazing for the server. And believe me, if I can get you back to play Chernarus next wipe, I'll have accomplished something. But the plan's potentially check. I'm trying to work out whether. Yeah, I'm chewing over something at the moment, but it would involve me spending an extra £100 on the new server next year. A year, which it doesn't sound a lot, but when you're paying up front, it's a lot of money. When certainly it's more disposable income than I have in a month, so I'd have to save up. But I'm planning something for next year's wipe, something quite spectacular, obviously. And some of you guys have an idea of what I'm planning. But my plans changed. Yeah. Thank you, Restless. That's massively appreciated. Give me a saw game. PC DayZ support. Right, guys, I need to sort out something on GoblinZ. Just going to put you in be right back. Hi guys, I am here. There's been a reported problem with GoblinZ, people not being able to connect. So I'm just going to try and connecting to it, and then we'll go back to what we were doing. That's the thing, Drum and Restless. That's the truth of it. We'll all try and help anyone become a better player. We might not give you all the answers to where the stuff is, but we'll teach you to be a better player as much as we can. I want players to become better at DayZ. Looks to me like server's fine. Yes, I would say the same, John. I'm not sure Restless remembered that when he needed to. He could have purified his wounds with that and not been ill. Right, I'm going to switch back to the server we were on. Server's fine. Where were we? There. There we are. Coming back on now. My suggestion, Drum, I know you're not base building, but my suggestion would be to make a stash. Like one of those little sheep shelters in the woods. Put a flag next to it so nothing despawns. It isn't locked down. Mark it on your map where it is and start storing some stuff there. And then when you die, make your way back to that stash. And that way you could have some emergency supplies there. You know, having about the middle of the map from spawn ground, somewhere hidden in the reeds on the river's edge, having a couple of tins of food, a set of clothing, a fire lighting kit, couple of purified bottles of water would make a massive difference to your life. Why am I in black and white? Why the fuck am I in black and white, guys? Just going to log out and log back in again. I shouldn't be in black and white. Yeah. It's not like colour's not working. Colour's back. That was a moment, wasn't it? They are 1.28 causing problems already. I reckon that's a 1.28 problem though, don't you? I've never seen that before. Loading in grayscale. Fire. Move 2 barrels out. But barrels last for a long time, so they might have moved them out a few days ago. Is that for me? Yeah. Fucking no saw yet. Tell me about it, guys. And another one. Three boxes of the nails. 4 code locks. I've left one at 5 code locks. No saw. We don't need to go in there because we've got plate and we've got a foul. Search continues. Thing with YouTube is it's a hard grind. My first 100 took forever to happen. Once I'd got that first 100, then it was a hard grind to 500, and now it feels like an impossible grind to 1,000. It's just, you've got to keep going. DayZ is an amazing game. There's so many possibilities. You know, I'm now playing a vanilla-esque server. That's got base building plus on a few mods and things, but it's like fucking proving difficult to find what I need. I could then switch across and play a full-on PvP server. I could then it's not me, but I could play a roleplay server, or I could switch across and play Stalker, or a dinosaur server, or a Star Wars server, or a Fallout server, PvE servers, event servers. There's so much out there with DayZ as your base game, as long as you're on PC. It's such an amazing game for that. You know that little bit in your brain that says there's players around? It's spiking for me at the moment. Yeah, GoblinZ is about baby steps. It's about having a fire every 10 minutes. It's about preserving everything you've got. You wait till I show you Scum. That's a whole new level of pain. And arguably, when Scum 1.0 drops next month, I might be streaming a lot of Scum for a while. Because that's going to bring a whole different world to Scum. Or this month, actually, more than likely. And I'm quite looking forward to that. Yeah. And that's real hardcore survival. That makes DayZ feel easy. A whole different world of pain. Yeah, well, they've said it's this quarter, and this quarter is this month. This quarter runs out this month, Fire. So we're like, they haven't given a date, but the quarter they gave runs out this month. So I can't say it will be this month, but everything is looking like it's going to be this month. Scum, yeah. How are you, Fire? I've got 5 code locks, 3 boxes of nails, and no saw. I am not doing well. Come on, garages, give me a saw. Give me a saw. Yeah, look up Scum videos. It'll give you an idea of. It's a Fire gets it, but both Fire and I are quite into Scum. I just can't play Scum and DayZ at the same time. If I start playing Scum, it'll be because I'm taking a break from DayZ. Because the game is so... Yeah, it's just so... It's been a good base built here over the years sometimes. Yeah, all the big servers are having problems with 1.28, aren't they? All of them. Expansion. Sleeping bags. 1.28 has changed the sleeping bag mechanic. Well, it hasn't changed the mechanic because there's no such thing as sleeping bags in normal DayZ. But because there's so many different mods that use sleeping bag mechanics, 1.28 has caused issues with them. And I feel for the servers. You know, I was lucky. Mine was relatively easy to update. But that doesn't mean it won't be solved. There won't be a problem. We all know what DayZ's like. Now, somebody will bring out a mod update tomorrow for one of the mods I'm running and it'll break the server. Guarantee it. Oh, what are those special zombies? The running on the spot kind. Dice? Player inside base. Fuck it. We're not going to get a saw. We might as well die in a loud and grotesque military manner on an airdrop, mightn't we? I say that, but we're reasonably close to things like that, which we might get a saw out of. If I can get a saw, I can get a door up. If I can get a door up, we can live. I don't have any storage because I can probably do an airdrop. I just don't have the storage to carry anything out unless I throw away code locks, and that goes against everything my brain's telling me. You do not throw away code locks. So, Drum, if you're still there, Scum basically takes survival to a whole new level. There are zombies, there are mechs, so robots you can turn on and off. You can play it in single player, and as of 1.0, there'll be AI on the server. I wouldn't have made it there in time, anyway. Carry on saw searching. I'm only going to be on, guys, for another half an hour probably. Anyway, I've got a long day tomorrow. A long day Thursday. My immediate boss is away on a course, so I have to get everything done that him and I would normally do. It all falls down to me. He's away, so there's a lot for me to do Thursday and Friday. Yeah, we wouldn't have made it there in time. And I also want to search for a new server for Chuckles and I to play. Nick hasn't got the numbers, you know. There's 9 people on at the moment. He hasn't got the numbers. It's good fun, and I'm enjoying the challenge, but with 2 of us, we'd have a base up with 15 doors in a weekend. Once we found a saw. Get some free apples, shall we? So, Drum, if you're still there, a long time ago, when I was up in the Rockies, I did adventure training with the British Army in the Rockies, in Canadian Rockies, that is, in 92, 91, 92, that sort of time. Did whitewater rafting through the Rockies. Obviously, we went walking up there. www's free, good server. Thank you, Run. I'll check it out. As long as it's not too Sweaty's fine, as long as it's not too, as long as there's not like brightly coloured guns. Yeah. Brightly coloured guns I don't do. Or running around with dildos smacking people on the head. Guys, it looks like there's issues with GoblinZ. So I'm going to have to go and try and sort them. So I'm going to have to cut the stream short here, guys. Because if I don't sort them now, they won't be sorted for a few days. And that causes a problem. So I'm sorry, guys. That will have to be it for tonight. I will be back on again Thursday, because I'm working a long day tomorrow. Run, I will check it out. Thanks for your recommendation.